constantly hear people talk about boundaries in relationships over and over and over again, but I rarely hear people talk about boundaries in friendships. And we're going to get into that today. But first, y'all know I have to do the commercial time. So let me do my intro and then we'll get right to the topic. So with that being said, good morning, Instagram. And of course, good morning to the TikTok, you don't stop. And good morning to all of the beautiful podcast listeners. Like, you guys are amazing. We did 300 downloads, okay? And it's only been like, a month and 1 week of me launching on the podcast platforms. Like, that's crazy. Like, shout out to you guys. Like, thank you, and thank you. But yes. Can I get a drum roll, please? Today is Motivational Monday / mental health check-in Monday. So I say my mental health is about a 7.5, And Motivational Monday, I'm motivated. It's Monday. I'm ready to start the week. It's a whole new week, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, we come into the end of the year. So the countdown has begun also. I'm just happy to be here and I'm just here to deliver. So let's get into it. All right. Boundaries and friendships, especially for my single people out there. Y'all always got boundaries when it comes to men, but do you have boundaries when it comes to your friendships? Like, I'm a big believer in there's no popping up at my house. You have to tell me, I don't do that. Like, with my friends in my circle, we have an understanding of communication first. Unless it's like, oh, you're planning a surprise party or something like that. Those types of occasions, then yeah, obviously you're not going to tell a person. But if it's just a random pop-up, like, that's a boundary right there. Like, off the rip, like, don't pop up to my crib because I'm not popping up to yours without some type of communication. You get what I'm saying? So yes, like, it's a lot of boundaries that I can go through in friendships and like my personal own. But like, the root of this conversation that I want to get into and how I want to start it off is by asking you, do you have boundaries in your friendships? Do you? Because a lot of times even males too, sometimes males may have certain boundaries for females, but when it comes to the bros is just like, they could do whatever. The bros could get away with murder with you. But when it comes to your girl, like, oh, it's boundary set, this, like, she got a call before she come. It's same thing with women, like, oh, he can't call me after this time because of da. But what about the boundaries for friendships? And I feel like, right, if you're having friendship issues, right, I feel like setting boundaries can stop so much toxic issues from happening in your friendships. Because once you have that understanding of that boundary from both sides, now you can't just cause a boundary and then if the other person's not agreeing with it, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to agree on both sides. And once you both decide that, hey, we need this in our relationship, friendship, whatever, to move on, things get healthier. This is part of communication. I'll be telling y'all, communication is key. But yeah, this is part of communication. So for instance, right, let's say you got a friend. We all got this friend. We fellas too, but the fellas, I don't know, something about men that like these little things don't be bothering y'all, but for us women, it bothers us. We all got that one friend. Oh, I'm leaving him. Nah, bro, she a dub, bro. Like, nah, I'm not rocking with her, bro. Right? 2 days later, oh my God, I love him so much. Yeah, bro, like, I'm with shorty right now, bro. Like, don't y'all hate those friends? Now, for the people that have patience for people like that, God bless your soul. You are truly blessed. God has touched you with a gift, okay? Shout outs to you, but I do not have it, okay? I do not have it. If you know that you are done, or you know that you're not done, and this goes back to my episode, Take It to the Grave, because I'm about to connect these two episodes. In the episode, Take It to the Grave, I said, these situations cause people to talk about you. So when people talk about you, you cannot be mad because you're coming to people with your problems, Now, if you was to just keep this to yourself, nobody would know what's going on and you wouldn't be the topic of the conversation. But back to boundaries, right? That annoying friend that's always having either relationship problems or saying that they done and they not done, it's just annoying. Even if it doesn't have nothing to do with relationships. Like, let's say if you got a friend that keeps saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym. Oh, I can't wait to go to the gym because I'm about to be fit for the summer," and they never go. Set the boundary. I don't want to hear about that, girl. I want to hear about that, bro. Like, don't even, bro. Just call me when you're there, bro. Like, I don't even want to talk about it, cause like, if it's taking you off, like I said, if you have this patient skill, okay, because this is a skill of you can listen to the BS. God bless your soul. Okay, if this does not bother you, then this episode is not for you. But if this bothers you, or if you're having certain problems in your friendships, you need to create boundaries. There has to be boundaries in friendships because you can't just let somebody just freeload and do whatever they please when it comes to you. That's not the way this works. I mean, unless you value and respect yourself, then that's different. But if you don't value or love yourself or respect yourself, then yeah, people are going to walk all over you with no problem. But if you value and respect yourself, or if you're trying to see how you can stop the problem that you're having in your friendship, sit down and think of boundaries, right? Everybody situation is different. I'm just using these little examples here and there. But if you truly is having problems with one of your friends, you need to sit down and think of boundaries. Because I'm telling you, boundaries save so many friendships and relationships because it's just an understanding of on both sides that you both agree to, and like you could be friends with somebody without them telling their like boy business or their person. You know what I'm saying? Like you could still be friends with somebody. Like that's not a problem. Like, and I feel like people feel like, oh, because if you don't get personal with the person, then that's not really your friend. No, that's not the case. I be telling y'all, take it to the grave, keep it private, keep your issues to yourself. You don't always have to come and vent to your friends. Like venting to your friends is cool and all, but after a certain age, it's just like, come on. And then you know that they're judging you. You know that they're even if they say they're not judging you, you know that they're judging you. Like, come on, let's be honest. Let's really sit here and really be honest. Get a therapist or keep it to yourself. That's my best advice I can give you. But set those boundaries in your friendships. And even if your friendships is going fine and y'all good or whatever, like, set boundaries, And that's even better because when y'all good, it's better to like, hey, I don't, girl, I be sleep past da-da-da. So, don't come over past da-da-da. Like, set boundaries. I cannot stress this enough. Just set boundaries with people in general. It don't have to be friends. It have to be with people in general because people walk all over you. And parts of sticking up for yourself and speaking up for yourself is setting boundaries. Okay. And I'm going to leave that right there. Yeah. Boundaries. Whew. Such a tricky thing in life. But if you made it to the end of this episode, I love you. And if you didn't, it's okay. You still tuned in. Hopefully you get those boundaries straight and correct so people don't play with you, okay? But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to sign up for the monthly giveaway. That's on my website at www.iamstaceyp.com. The first giveaway is going to be January 15th. And yeah, I thank you guys for listening and watching. And I will see you in my next episode.